Hola, and welcome back to another episode of Craven Some Raven. I haven't put out an episode in a few days, so I thought it was about time. Just been busy, been lazy, all those things. Gonna be doing a mock draft here, and I think this is my fifth one, so hopefully it turns out well. I'm going to be using the website, thedraftnetwork.com, and you can do like a simulated mock draft, so you can kind of see how things go. And I'm going to be doing it live with this, so I'll be talking through it, who I think have different options at each pick. So I'll kind of be talking through the whole thing. My last video, it got like 150 views, so let's see if we can't make that happen again. That would be sweet. So this is going to be post the signing of Seth Roberts. Found that out today. I mean, I don't know if that changes anything. I mean, hey, all of our wide receiver problems are fixed. Hey, we got Seth Roberts, Chris Moore 2.0, and we basically just have two Chris Moores now. Yeah, Chris Roberts, I don't know. So I still think they're going to go wide receiver early. But in general, like, the Ravens been open about, trying to get more picks. That's what everyone was kind of thinking, that they're going to trade back and get extra picks, which that's what I think they're going to do. But I don't think that's going to actually happen. I think they're going to want to trade, but what happens is they can't find a trade partner. It's going to be just one of those things where they can't find a good trade or a trade that's worth it. And also I believe, this draft as a whole, it's everyone kind of sees it as a defensive draft. A lot of defensive talent, high end, and just depth overall compared to the offensive side of the ball on all positions. So with that, I think the high-end offensive players are going to go sooner than everybody thinks. And what's going to happen with that is a good defensive player is going to drop. And I think my prediction is that Clelin Ferrell will drop to 22 and the Ravens will draft him. I had a dream that they drafted Clelin Ferrell, so I'm just trying to finagle a way to make that happen. Because if it comes true, then I'm a fucking superhero. I have premonitions in my dreams, so be jealous. So with that being said, before I get into things, my grandfather not doing too well down in Maryland, so I'm probably going to be down in Maryland soon. Maybe I'll record a podcast there. I don't know. Go back to the homelands of Owings Mills, the family lands. So, with that being said, this episode is sponsored, and this episode is sponsored by the elderly. What? I said it's sponsored by the elderly. What? The elderly. The episode's sponsored by the elderly. What? What? Huh? What? I said the elderly. Damn it, woman, what? I said the elderly. Huh? Alright, good stuff there. I don't know what they're selling, but it's sponsored by the elderly. So, I'm just going to get into things. So I'm on thedraftnetwork.com, .edu, .gov, and I'm going to start this mock. I'm going to be the Ravens, 7 rounds. So, clicking this, can do all 7 rounds, baby. Draft speed, normal. We're going to use the predictive board, because that's probably a little bit more accurate. So, it's going along. We got people coming off the board, and I'm thinking maybe target wide receiver first, or offensive lineman first. I haven't just quite decided yet. And just see how the board shakes down and see who's left on this badass board. Oh, shit. Ed Oliver's there. Garrett Bradbury's there. N'Keal Harry. Hakeem Butler. A.J. Brown. Clelin Ferrell. Eric McCoy. Fuck, this is going to be a tough one. What do the Ravens need to solidify first? I mean, if Ed Oliver's there, fuck. You gotta go Ed Oliver if he's there. We don't really need interior defensive linemen. But He's so fucking good. You can't pass up on Ed Oliver. But I really want A.J. Brown. And it's tough. And Garrett Bradbury's there too. You know, Skura played better than I thought he would. A.J. Brown, I think, is going to be the best wide receiver in this draft, and they need wide receivers, and so go ahead and get the guy who's most likely to hit. I think A.J. Brown is least likely to bust out of all of these wide receivers. I think he's a sure thing. But man, Ed Oliver's sitting there. Fuck, I got to go best player available. I got to grab Ed Oliver. That's too much to pass up. They'd be fools not to do that. So, man, now I got to target, because we didn't really need defensive line. But you know what, damn it, we got one. I don't think, with a good defensive line, you don't need a thumper at linebacker. Inside linebacker, that's a need for the Ravens with C.J. Mosley gone. I mean, not really. If your defensive line is good and they're holding up all the blockers and then leaving lanes open, you just need fast linebackers who can get to the ball, almost like a nickel backer, nickelback. What is a Nickelback song? I can't. Look at this photograph. Let's see. So we got players coming off the board, man. I don't know what's going on. The draft is going so fast. Who are they? Who are these people that they're drafting? This is dumb. You're just gonna give me these players. Don't you take him. Don't you take him. I'm eyeing up. Ooh, come on, buddy. All right. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside is sitting here in the 3rd round. Not bad. I also got Darrell Henderson. I think a true home run hitter could really help us out. But I think some of these running backs are going to fall. I got to go J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. I'm super high on him. I just really like his jump ball ability. Got number 1 wide receiver potential, especially on our team. He doesn't appear open all the time, but he does that box out, good in the red zone. Elite hand fighting skills. So I think passing on J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, especially in the 3rd round, nah, you can't do that. All right, so Darrell Henderson is still there. Do I go Darrell Henderson now, or do I start looking at linemen? What do I do? Let's see what kind of linemen. Let's do interior offensive linemen. We got Connor McGovern, Penn State. Russ Pierschbacher's nice. Bu Ben Shawel, Wisconsin guy, always good. Got Michael Jordan, 6, baby. I don't like these names and values. Yeah, man, I got to go Darrell Henderson here. A true home run hitter. Boom, we got him, baby. Boom, we got him. This guy, pair him up with Lamar. He is the lightning to Lamar's lightning. We already got the 2 Thunders, and watch out, we might get Eddie Lacy. Let's see. All on the clock again. I like Tristan Hill, but we don't need another defensive lineman. Miles Boykin's there. Another good wide receiver. Let's see what kind of wide receivers we got. We got Dylan Mitchell. Never really watched him. Miles Boykin. Jacoby Myers. I like Jacoby Myers. All these guys they're gonna be available later. So maybe let's look at interior offensive line here. I'm down the list. Okay, so we got Nate Davis, Ross Pierschbacher. He was a center. I really liked him. Let's just see what else we got. Let's go to edge. Let's see what kind of edge. Carl Granderson maybe, but we're either way. It looks like we'd be reaching for an edge guy. We got Seiler, I guess. I don't know. Man, if we get Ed Oliver, do we really need to draft 2 guys on the defensive line? Only 7 picks, especially. Let's go. Let's see. Who we got? What's going on? How are you? Go wide receiver again. Let's see. Who do we already have? Yeah, so we grabbed J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. I mean, Miles Boykin, he's kind of a similar guy. Big. Fuck it. Let's just go Miles Boykin. Let's do it, baby. You ain't even ready. You don't even know, bro. I like it. I'm down with the sickness. Ooh, ah. Oh, man. Travion Williams. Ooh, could have waited on him. He's a really good running back. But let's see what we got. I think now is when we can see if Ross Pierschbacher's still there. Yeah, he's still there. Center from Alabama, and he played really well. I liked him. So I think, in the fourth round, get a starting center. I'm about it. I'm about it, man. We're building this team, man. We're going after it. We're getting after it, baby. The Ravens are number one after this draft, I swear. So far, I'm liking this draft. I didn't do one before this. Normally, I'll do like a warm-up one just to see how things go. But you know what? Just to see how the boards are falling. But I'm liking the way this is going. Okay. Ooh. So what are we at? Pick 160. All right, let's see. A lot of wide receivers are listed here. Ooh, we only got, I think, one other pick, though, after this. Well, this might be our last pick. No, we got one in the 6th round. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we got 2 more picks. So we got 2 wide receivers, a running back, and an interior, and a center, and a defensive lineman. Should we look at defense? Let's see what we got for edge defenders. Ooh, still a lot of edge defenders. Carl Granderson. I really liked him from Wyoming. Smaller school guy. But I really like his effort. But he's listed as the 220 prospect. And we're picking at 160 here. And Austin Bryant's still available from Clemson. We brought in Sharif Miller. And he's still available. But I haven't really seen much from him. I haven't really watched his tape. Let's see. We don't really need a cornerback. But I just want to see who's available. Who's still around. Savion Smith, I like him. I like Jimmy Moreland. They got him at 261. That's a fucking joke. Because Jimmy Moreland's, I think, going to be gone by this point. I think Jimmy Moreland is Tavon Young 2.0. The exact same. Went to a smaller school than Tavon Young, but super feisty. Tons of interceptions. I forget what it was, like 16 or 8? I don't know, something divisible by 8. I think it might have been 16, though, like something ridiculous like that. But, very small, but very feisty. Literally Tavon Young. But he just happened to go to JMU. James Madison Uni. Yeah, but he's listed at 261. Picking 160. Try to go another interior offensive lineman. Let's see who we got. Who we got, buddy? Who we got? Hijalt Froholt. He's listed at, where is he at? 323. That's really, really low. But I forget, one of the PFF guys, he's really onto him. He thinks he's going to be one of the best interior offensive linemen. I guess in the Senior Bowl, he had one of the best win ratios, something like that. And then we would only have one more pick. I think, with this running offense, what we're trying to do, I think we have to go offensive line. Let's see what kind of tackles. Maybe a tackle that we could possibly kick inside. Isaiah Prince, Tyree St. Louis. No one's jumping off the pages. Names that I know or have heard people talk about. Trey Pipkins. Yeah. Let's see, maybe... let's see. Man, this is a tough pick, just because I think their numbers are all over the place for what each player is actually worth and where they're actually going. Let's see what kind of wide receivers we got. I do like Anthony Ratliff-Williams. He is my favorite. I'm going Anthony Ratliff-Williams. Let's grab 3 wide receivers. Fuck yourself. We're doing it. what's his face be damned. What's his name that we just signed? I already forgot his name. Seth Roberts. Seth Roberts be damned. We're going to grab 3 wide receivers in this fucking draft. Suck it, bitch. That was a little intense, dude. All right. I'm really liking this. So we only got one more pick. Pick 191, and we are on the clock. Wow, Elijah Holyfield made it all the way down this far. Let's see. Yeah, what do we need, man? What do we need? I think we already filled all the needs. Maybe another interior offensive lineman? And a little prospect. Chris Brown, watch out. He's gonna beat your ass. Let's see, who am I really high on? I really like Savion Smith. I mean, you can't have too many cornerbacks. That's the thing. And if we want to, eventually we're going to have to move on from Jimmy Smith, whether it's through trade or he's just making too much goddamn money. We need to replace him or get someone on the inside to back up Tavon Young. We don't really need a safety, but I just want to see who's available. A Darius Pickett. I really like him as a safety out of UCLA. First of all, great name, Pickett. Like, as a safety, he's going to get you an interception, but he's more of a... I think if we grab him, I think he's going to get drafted just because he's such a skilled tackler. I think he led the team in tackles, and if you're a safety, yeah, he's getting to the ball first. I know that's what Eric DeCosta was talking about, of defensive players. Like, hey, if you get to the ball first on your team, it's simple. It's not rocket science. Finding defensive playmakers. Yeah, but I think we should get a Darius Pickett, but only if we have like a 7th round pick, or like try to grab him as an undrafted free agent. Just because I think he could do what Peanut did. Move to linebacker. Be that like kind of nickel linebacker. Small, with our defensive line with Ed Oliver. If we grab him, I think he'd be excellent. But not drafting him. I really like Jimmy Moreland. Let's see who's the top guys left. Oh, it's all wide receivers and running back. Ooh, Darwin Thompson. Yeah, man. A lot of these late round guys I think could be steals. That's why we need to trade back and try to bring in all of these guys who I think are steals. Listen to me, Eric DeCosta. Mr. Eric DeCosta. Listen to me, bro. You need to get tons of picks on day 3. I don't even know what that accent was. Ooh, Carl Granderson. I really like him. Edge from Wyoming. WNBC. Austin Bryant from Clemson too. He's a pretty good edge defender, but we need someone who's good against the run. And I think you're only going to get that in the top rounds. Someone who's good against the run and pass. Someone who's a 3-down guy. Cleveland Farrell was there if you wanted to go that direction. Man, with what we had that was available in the first round, I would say trade fucking back. Because there's 4 players that I would be totally happy if the Ravens drafted. Just trade back and get those picks, man. Grab some extra 2s and 3s maybe. That one's for you. Man, I don't know what to do with this pick, man, because there's so many players that I still like. Damn. Fucking dying over here. What position gets the most injuries? We've been pretty lucky these past 2 years on the injury front. I think that's because of the that fitness guy that they brought in. I forget his name, but he seemed like a good Steve Saunders, but kind of getting everybody's bodies right. Jalen Jelks is there. I'm not too high on him. Ooh, Porter Gustin. I really like him in the pass game as an edge defender. Man, he gets after the quarterback. Corbin Kafusi, we will not mess with that. Andrew Van Ginkel, yes. Man. Did someone grab Annie Bonham from Maryland? I'm not seeing his name. Oh, no, here he is. Jesse Annie Bonham. I think he could be really good, too. Yeah, I still think the guy I'm highest on is Jimmy Moreland that's left. So I'm just going to go ahead and draft him. I know we don't need cornerbacks. But listen, what if we grab him and then trade Jimmy Smith? You know, trade him for picks next year. Like a second round pick next year. Plus all that money off the contracts or off the payroll so we can sign some more guys next year. We already got a bunch of money. I'm doing it. Lock it in, baby. So yeah, oh no. I got another pick. I thought that was our last one. Oh shit, buddy. We got one more pick. Doesn't that just open up the possibilities? Do we go offense? Let's see. D-line, wide receiver, running back, wide receiver, interior offensive line, wide receiver, cornerback. Let's see, what else we got on the interior offensive line? Nate Herbig. Her big tits are nice. Man, just a lot of names. I did see some tape on Lamont Gaylord from Georgia. Man, he looks feisty, and he played center too. But man, he gets after it. And there's a reason Georgia had a really good running game. So I'm gonna lock it in, draft him. They have him listed at 392. Suck a dick. We're picking you at 193. All right, so I think that is going to do it. So just going over what I drafted. So in the first round, we got Ed Oliver. In the third round, we got J.J. Arcega-Whiteside and Darrell Henderson. And then in the fourth round, we got Miles Boykin and Ross Pierschbacher. In the fifth round, we got Anthony Ratliff-Williams. And in the sixth round, we got Jimmy Moreland and Lamont Gaylord. I really like the way this one came out. I would totally be happy if this is how things panned out. You know, I got 2 interior offensive linemen who I think could start, and then 3 wide receivers that I think could start. You know, I went all potential, and all these guys are the big guy wide receivers, so they could end up being real nice for us. Favorite pick though, got to be Ed Oliver. I did not think he was gonna drop that far. Everyone compares him to what's his face? Not Khalil Mack. Damn, my memory just shit right now. You know, everyone compares him to the Rams. Fuck, why can't I? What the hell, man? Who is he? Aaron Donald. Jesus fuck. About time it came to me. Whew. Thought I was going to have to pause that for a second. Man, that would have pissed me off. So, yeah, man, I'm really liking the way this draft panned out. Yeah, speaking more on Ed Oliver, before I lose my train of thought. Yeah, super dominant. This year, you know, he doesn't have the production like an Aaron Donald. But you know what? He was getting double and triple teamed and just super, super disruptive. And if he can take on a double team, and then you have Brandon Williams and Michael Pierce on the field at the same time, all 3 of those guys command double teams. Someone's getting open. There's going to be open lanes, so the run game is going to be non-existent. It's like, oh, well, our defense got so much worse, but teams are still not going to be able to run on us with that combination, with Ed Oliver in there. He's a fucking beast, and I think people are going to be talking about him because he might not get double and triple teamed because there's going to be more people that he has to worry about. So that's nice. That's a nice pick right there. I really like Darrell Henderson, too. I like that pick at 102. a little bit rich for running back, but his 9 yards on average, I only see that happening more. He did it 2 years in a row, and he's just like, boom, bang, bang, 90 yards down the field. He's not like top end speed, but I mean, like compared to his 40 time, but he looks like it. He just gets up to speed in a hurry, and he's got excellent vision to find that hole and blast off. Like Ross Pierschbacher and Lamont Gaylord, both very good centers. I think one of them's going to kick out to guard. Either add depth and or be the starter. I really like what I saw from both of them on tape. Excellent technique. Gaylord doesn't have as good a technique, but man, he's feisty. He likes to finish his blocks. Very good at the second level. And Jimmy Moreland, man, I really like Jimmy Moreland. He's just small. He is literally Tavon Young. And so I think I don't see why he won't have the same exact trajectory. Just super feisty. Even up against bigger dudes, he held his own. Yeah, I'm a real fan of this draft that I just pulled out. Call me Mr. Eric DeCasta. Hi, Eric DeCasta. No. Hi, DeCasta. Eric DeCasta. Ravens GM. Look at my draft haul. And they're most likely going to trade. Maybe if Ed Oliver's there, I hope they don't trade out and they grab him. He's going to be a centerpiece, literally. But he's more of a 3 technique than a nose. So man, imagine having on the goal line Brandon Williams, Michael Pierce, Ed Oliver, Zach Seiler. Who else would we throw outside? Is Brent Urban's still there? Or Willie Henry? A combination of those guys, those big dudes, all of them, man, that's some bulk. That is some oomph. Some oomph, I'm telling you. Also, the dude from Michigan that we got last year. Can't remember his name. But he's nice. Seems like a good dude. Got on the field. Yeah, I'm really liking this draft for 7 players. Yeah, I think got a lot of good players. I'm happy with all of these players. So, yeah, with that being said, that's going to do it. That's my 7-round mock. You heard it here first. I was trying to talk it out as much as I could. Why I don't cut, I don't edit. This is all live, in your face. We keep the faults in. That's what we do here at Cravin' Some Raven. You got a hankering? You got a craving for some football? You found the right guy. Cravin' Some Raven, baby. Let's see if we can't get this one up to 150 views. Because that'd be pretty badass. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, it's a podcast, so it's on all podcast platforms. Not all of them, but the major ones: iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher. There's one other one, YouTube, I guess. Yeah, if you want to be able to lock your screen and put it in your pocket and listen to some great Ravens content, then yeah, check me out. Like, comment, add it, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, or don't. I mean, I really don't care. I can't force you to do anything. But I love talking Ravens. I know it's the off season and the draft is coming up, so probably going to be doing even more draft stuff, even though that's all I've been doing the past month, even though the podcast is only a little over a month old. But hey, we're trying to grow, trying to get bigger, so once the season starts, you can smack them in the face with some Ravens content. I'm going to be doing I got a MyBookie account, so I'm going to be doing bets, and I'll be telling you who I'm betting on and the bets that I'm taking. I'm probably going to lose all my fucking money, so it'd be great if this could be big enough so I can get some ad revenue, so I can just use that to bet on games. That'd be crazy. Yeah, I tried to do some bets, but my bank blocked it because they were like, whoa, you can't just send $100 to Paris. It's like, no, I'm sending it to MyBookie. We're good. It's my guy. But yeah, so I'll probably be doing bets during the season. So be hitting you with a bunch of Ravens content, all the Ravens content. So if you're like me and craving some Raven, check it out, subscribe. Like I already said, I'm not going to repeat myself. So with that, have a great day and go Ravens!